me ask you a question. Why is it Black lives matter when all lives matter? I believe anyone can be racist. It just needs to be taught. It starts up here and here in this masterclass. You ever question whether you should educate yourself on systemic racism? But then the very idea that you might have some unconscious bias is just a little too uncomfortable for you. I too was in that position. I thought I could learn. I could have some diverse conversations. I could even do a quick Google search. But then I decided, nah. And that's why I've created this masterclass. This masterclass is for those of us who truly wish to remain in the dark. Those who are committed to maintaining the status quo. It won't be easy, but with my guidance, I'm sure you'll get there. When you get stuck, when the slightest temptation comes up to perhaps broaden your horizons and open your mind, remember this. Einstein once said, ignorance is bliss. And that's why I started this masterclass. When was the last time you feared for your life, or the life of a family member's, due to the colour of your skin? Don't answer that. I don't want to hear it. And you shouldn't want to either. That's how they get you. Now, some people might ask you to examine your privilege. I don't do that in this masterclass. In fact, all I ask you to do is not recognise it in the first place. I'll teach you to avoid all the rookie mistakes made by empathetic people. More like, pathetic. I'm going to teach you some of my favourite stock phrases. How do you know it was to do with race? It's very versatile. You can use it on just about everything. In fact, you don't even need to listen to what it is the person is telling you. Just nod along, pretend you're listening, and then bam! You hit them with that phrase. The goal here is to really undermine everything they just said, even though you weren't there, and even though it's not your lived experience at all. As I always say to my students, if it doesn't affect me, I do not see. Repeat. Deny everything. Don't just deny it. Just deny it, or say it was unintentional, and if none of that works, just cry. What we're really trying to do here is divert attention from the real issue to you. 180 degrees. Priorities. What are those? Remember to profit from their references, culture, media, art, but never pay any actual regard to their livelihood. You can't teach this stuff. I mean, you can, but only at my masterclass. But Brit, this is just too difficult. How am I going to summon real tears? Just summon to mind every single injustice you have ever faced on account of the colour of your skin. The tears should be flowing right about now. Yeah. Now that should be enough to counterproductively derail every potentially fruitful conversation surrounding race with your black counterpart. Can't make this stuff up. You really can't. Really? You're basically going to be an actor. And when you graduate from the advanced course, I will allow you to play the most coveted role of all. You'll be playing devil's advocate. You don't want to be too overtly racist, because then you'll just be looking like the US, and that's quite frankly quite embarrassing. But you don't want to be too inclusive either. We don't want that. No, what we're trying to hit here is what I call the bliss point, with just enough mix of microaggressions and gaslighting to really get away with it like nothing ever happened. I call that bliss point the UK. I'm Britannia, and this is my masterclass.